For years, I used to think to myself, lat pull down machine is a waste of space, waste of time. For me at least, who's able to do more than 10 pull-ups. That's kind of how I had this summarized in my head. If you can do pull-ups, you don't need to do lat pull down. Like, what's the point? Just use your body weight. You've overcome the weight of your body, so just do pull-ups. And I did for many, many years, and I got quite good at pull-ups. I think the most I ever got was like 18 pull-ups, dead hang type thing. I mean, I was a lot lighter than I am now. Now I could probably get 12, like right now. I could just get 12. But since this obsession with the upper back, thanks to that AMRAP period where I discovered that the upper back is a huge component of the squat, I started brainstorming and learning and more brainstorming, and I started to kind of question everything I knew about the upper back. So much so that I've started doing all sorts of exercises, even damn neck extensions to combat this weakness that I have in the upper back, especially when the freaking bar is high bar rack position. High bar squat requires even more upper back strength and positioning and stability, all that stuff. So the upper back is a crucial part of the movement which I've fallen in love with. So where does the lat pull down come into this? Well, when I do pull-ups, the pull-up is like a all-encompassing freaking movement. It's got a lot going on for it. It's like one of the best things you can do. However, it is hard, or it's harder, to do the best form on pull-ups. Basically what I'm saying is I don't think I'm strong enough to do pull-ups how I really want them to do. There's a lot of body swaying and control required, and so it's too hard. I think the lat pull down, thanks to many years, of false thinking, I now think that the lat pull down is a crucial part of all of this. So now that I'm doing pull down, I'm looking straight up, and I'm imagining like I've got the back rack and I'm about to squat. So looking up, having all those muscles in the neck extension engaged, chest up, not swaying back, pulling straight down. Now with the pull-up, I used to do it, and I don't know, like at the top, I would kind of almost like thoracically flex, like I would kind of try and get over the bar in a way. So I'm not extending my chest up. My chest is collapsed when I'm doing pull-ups, right? There's ways of doing movements. You can just do a movement, or you can do a movement with a specific goal in mind. What are you trying to achieve? And the way the body works is, man, like when you're good at something, it just goes into that same movement pattern, that neuroanagram. It just keeps going and going and going. And so like I'm doing all these pull-ups, but it's not mimicking my position in the back rack, in my high bar. So then I've done this, and I've done a whole stack of freaking lat pull-down machine today. And the stimulation in my back is completely different to what I usually get out of a pull-up. Isn't that interesting? Looking up, chest up, pulling it like down to my collarbones or thereabouts. Man, the isolation of the upper back. Yes, the traps, I'm feeling them. I'm feeling the lats so much more. So much more. I'm feeling the rear delts. I'm feeling all of that stuff that I want activated. But when you don't emphasize that thoracic extension, that chest out position, you're getting kind of like teres major, teres minor. It just, you're still doing stuff, probably a lot more arms, but it just feels different. You're moving, but you're not really targeting what you want to target. And I think that's the difference between, bodybuilders and powerlifters. Powerlifters are like, man, just get the weight moving, man. Like, you just lift that shit off the ground and that's it. But bodybuilders are more concerned about form, mind-muscle connection. And I guess the crux of it all is that when you are doing the lat pull down machine, it allows you to body build. At least at the level that I'm at, with the strength level that I'm at. I'm sure there's many guys out there who can do a pull-up with absolute damn perfection and control and get the same stimulation that I'm getting in my lat pull down. They can get it in a pull-up, but I'm just not there yet. I can pull myself up to the bar many, many times, but it's not using the stuff that I want to use, which is going to translate to the squat. And so I think that's part of the maturity. That's kind of growing up in the gym and understanding and leaving all this like arbitrary ego stuff out of the door. Like, why would I do a lat pull down? I can do pull-ups. I mean, like, as embarrassing as that sounds at this point, like that is literally the thought that I had for many, many years, like basically my whole training career. Like I would walk into a gym and I'm like, I see the guys doing lat pull down. I'm like, yeah, okay, so they probably can't do many pull-ups. That's why they're doing the pull downs. I mean, to be honest, I didn't really give it much thought beyond that. I just thought, dude, I can do 15 pull-ups. Why would I do a lat pull down machine? Oh, yeah, but the lat pull down, you can do a lot more weight than your body weight. Cool, no worries. I've got a weightlifting belt. With chain, I can put a plate or two if I want. I can do that. Like, what's the difference? There is a difference, and the difference is in the positioning, and the fact that you are sitting in this position, and your hip flexors are not yanking at the lower back, your core is not engaged, and you are just able to concentrate all of your power, all of that reservoir of energy that you have into a specific area. And I guess the more compound the lift becomes, the less bodybuilding it is. We all know the deadlift is like one of the best movements, right? But is it the best back builder? Well, the deadlift does everything. So the 100% of points that you want to spend in the lift, it's going into your damn toes. The toes are getting it, the arms are getting it, the damn earlobes are getting it, your neck is getting it, everything's getting it. It's an all-out war. So those 100 points of energy that you're spending in a set is going everywhere. But when you're doing a lat pull down, a lot of that crap is cut out and the 100 points is going straight into the upper back where you want it. And I guess that's the difference. So the more compound the movement becomes, the less potential it has to build tissue in a bodybuilding sense. I mean, that's how I think about it, and that's kind of how I've distinguished it in my mind. And that's the effect that I felt today. I mean, the lat pull down, I'm sitting here right now, I'm feeling my traps. I did them yesterday as well, but I'm feeling my traps. I'm feeling my lats in a way, way different way, man. Like, it's just, man, I've done probably decades. I mean, I've done pull-ups, when I was like 12 years old, I used to do pull-ups with my dad, man. Like, that's probably, that and push-ups those are the earliest lifts I've ever done, right? So never mind the squat and the deadlift, all that stuff. That came in my 20s, mid-20s, really. But, the bodyweight stuff, like through basketball, pull-ups, push-ups, all that sit-up stuff, all the bodyweight calisthenic stuff I've done my whole life, like, 3 decades. So I know what it feels like to do a pull-up. But lat pull down is just different, dude. Like, you can position yourself in a certain way that just activates, enhances certain muscles to fire. And all of that energy that you have for a set just goes straight where you want it. And you're like, I don't know, man, like just looking straight up into the ceiling. It mimics a neck extension, like those muscles which are, going from the base of your skull all the way down to like, I don't even know what level that is, man. Like T5, T6, T10, I don't know. I feel like some of these neck extensors like insert, or is it origin? I don't know where they originate from. I don't know what is the origin, what is the insertion. Maybe some of you guys know. I assume the spine is the origin. Where these originate, but like I feel like damn near my rhomboid, so whatever that is, like T12 almost, man. I don't know. Or maybe not T12, like T8, 9, 8, 6. I don't know what level. I'll need to look at the graph to see. But yeah, man, lat pull down is a different thing, man. Absolutely different thing. And this is the beauty of isolation movements. And this is the beauty of not having stabilizers firing all the time. There's a place and time for everything. And the lat pull down, I think it's worth another think. Even if you can do 20 pull-ups, the pull down machine has something to offer, even for you. Somebody that can do 20 pull-ups perfectly. I reckon. I really do. All right, guys. Appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.